Good morning, Met fans. Tony Saraceno Baseball Show. If you like my videos, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button on the bottom. Love to have you on board. Love to hear your comments, any questions, any trivia you like throwing my way. I'd love to get it, read it, answer it, talk to you about it. So the Mets got a win, salvaged the last game of the series against the Reds. They hung on for a 4-2 win. Aside from Devin Williams walking the bases loaded, it was a pretty typical Met win. Like, they held on. I was expecting someone to get a hit there and tie the game. But Devin got out of it. Give him credit. Soto with another home run. Wagaman hit a home run. They took advantage of a couple of fielding mishaps. And they got another good bullpen game. I'm positive that Jay Tong cannot go through the lineup. I don't know if he'll ever be a starter. He's pretty decent long reliever. I just get he's still wild. I'm not sold on Jay Tong, though he's young. He's only 22. I'm not sold on him, though. But I don't want to talk too much about the Met game today. I want to talk about what I feel is the culture inside the Met clubhouse. And the coaching staff, and this is only a guess, but I see this in business. I see this in many things that I've seen coaches coach and how you handle players. And I just get this vibe that the inmates are running the asylum. The upper echelon guys are running the asylum. So it's either David Stern telling the coaches how to treat the players, or the players are telling the coaches how to treat the players. And the coaches are not coaching. I see too many fundamental mistakes every day. And then, I know Mendoza, this term, the player's manager, is great. But I see it's one thing to not put your foot down. It's another thing to not discipline a player, and I'm not talking about discipline, you're finding a guy or anything. But you call that guy into your office, or you take him during a game, you go down into the clubhouse away from the cameras, and you tell him, hey, that's a mental mistake, okay? You may be pitching like crap right now, but mental mistakes can be controlled, okay? Mental mistakes should never happen. And, it's like with a Peterson and not backing up home plate, especially when you got like a 5.5 ERA. I mean, I know he's pitched pretty well lately, but I see it a lot of this type of stuff that goes on with the Mets. Almost like the coaches and Carlos Mendoza are afraid to upset the players. And that's the worst thing that you can have as a fan. That's the worst thing you can see on the outside looking in. Because we need discipline and we need order in this world. And, wherever we're at, and there's a pecking order, it's like nobody likes it when a superstar is telling a manager what to do. Usually most people will always take the side of the manager because it's just the social hierarchy of things. This is why he's the manager. And so when we see, or you get a hint of a player calling the shots, even if he was right, when you see the players calling the shots, it's very, it's an affront to this, like I said, to this hierarchical thing that we all grew up with. And it's another thing on top of that when they are calling the shots and the team is losing, or the team is not fundamentally disciplined at certain areas, or you see the incompetence. Like the Mets again got thrown out stealing a base. It's almost crazy. And I don't want to hear Gary Cohen saying that, we offered Antoine Richardson money and he took the Atlanta Braves offer. Obviously, the Atlanta Braves thought he was worth it, and the Mets thought he wasn't. So I don't give me this this belief that we tried to get him back here, because we didn't. Not hard enough. So, when you bring in these folks who are incompetent, and you're showing a real decline in the ability or at least in the performance of what they showed last year in very specific areas, then you've got to point a finger. So, if it's not gonna, you can point at the coaches for being Maybe you can call him gutless because I don't want to get in a player's face, or you want to call Mendoza a cream puff. But is it the front office that's telling him to do that, or is it, what is causing this? So I can't put a finger on it. I only know it's got to change, which is also leading me to believe, like, why would Stearns not fire Mendoza? Well, maybe Mendoza listens to him all the time and he lets Stearns call the shots, and he's very, pliable and very amenable to the front office running the team on the field. So all of a sudden now you've got an epidemic of failure because Stearns, there's no checks and balances either. Stearns is just going ahead and running the show and running the team into the ground through coaches, through bad managers, through bad personnel decisions. I mean, I'm not going to go through the Met roster. It's terrible. And then you got the superstars. Is it Soto? Is it Lindor? Is it Minai? Who's some of these more established guys that are on this roster? Is it Peralta? Who's running the who's running the clubhouse? Or is it just wandering aimlessly and nobody's doing anything? I don't know. We'll see, because I think listen, the chickens are coming home to roost here. Something's going to happen. The fans, Cohen, somebody's going to step up, because you're starting to see. I mean, these are not just cracks. This is the foundation's crumbled, and it's a cultural thing all of a sudden. I'm Tony Saraceno, and this is Tony Saraceno Baseball Show, and I'll get back to you later today. I'm going to think about this some more, or we'll get back to you on Friday. Enjoy the day.